Okay, sorry, part 2. If you haven't seen part 1, this is not going to make sense, so go back and watch it. Hypermobility itself might be linked to altered neuromuscular signaling influenced by histamines, excitatory effects on sensory neurons. And then with estrogen mast cells and the female predominance, estrogen increases mast cell activation, which could explain why these conditions are more common and severe in women. Estrogen also regulates collagen synthesis, and fluctuations in estrogen levels could make EDS symptoms worse at different points in the menstrual cycle. So how this ties back to your histamine demyelination idea, if histamine is contributing to demyelination and EDS patients are already having structural nervous system instability, the two together could amplify neurological symptoms. This could explain why so many EDS patients develop neuropathies, dysautonomia, and chronic pain syndromes. And then because she knows I like, patient-focused treatment interventions and protocol development, she went on to tell me. Strengthening connective tissue through targeted nutrients. So collagen peptides, I have a video on this. You need collagen peptides. You don't need whole collagen. Vitamin C, lysine, and copper. These are all required for the production of collagen. Reducing mast cell activation, quercetin, ketofin, cromolyn, enhancing vascular tone, so electrolytes, compression, possibly flavonoids like dimycin, and supporting histamine metabolism, so DAO, oral supplements, B6, and SAMe. They're all involved. They're all cofactors involved in the histamine pathway. She already knows. She's amazing. This trifecta really seems like a structural metabolic feedback loop, whereas connective tissue weakens, mast cell instability, and autonomic dysfunction reinforce each other. The real question is, what's the root trigger? Do you think it's primarily genetic, or could environmental factors, gut microbiome? Because remember, some bacteria produce histamine, and if that bacteria lives in your gut, or maybe if you have more inflammatory bacteria in your gut, it could give you more histamine. So the amount of histamine that you can tolerate from foods or from infections like COVID, which produce a ton of histamine, and potentiate your mast cells to be active, and that lasts for 6 months. If they don't get a trigger, if they get a trigger, it's continuous. That could be the reason why we're seeing so many POTS cases develop after COVID, right? And so many EDS actually show up when these patients have the EDS gene and have never experienced symptoms of EDS. Infections, COVID is known to live in the body long term. That's why I tell all of my patients to really discuss with their physicians if they should take long-term antivirals like Chinese skullcap. And diet, some people just really like high histamine foods. I love blueberries. They're very high histamine. I can't eat a lot of them. Might be tipping people over the edge into full-blown symptoms. I think she's right. I genuinely think she's right. I think it's the interplay between the genetics, the environmental factors like the gut microbiome, COVID living in your body forever, high histamine foods, and it's just all tipping people over the edge into the development of, MCAS, POTS, and the emergence of their EDS when they've never had an issue before. So ChatGPT is amazing. I'm going to be looking into this a lot more. Hopefully develop a protocol for everybody. Hopefully it will be containing only things you can buy over the counter. Please get your doctor to look at this before. I have my PhD. I am Dr. Hubbard, but I am not a medical Dr. Hubbard. So they need to approve it before you try anything. But this is really exciting, and this is awesome because it's been bothering me for weeks. And I've been looking at studies and have parsed most of this together, but the way she links it together and makes reinforces that I'm not crazy and that this does genuinely have a link is just so validating and so awesome, and it's going to help me help so many people. So yeah, follow. I'll post the protocol for free when it's ready for everybody. You shouldn't have to pay for stuff like that. So I will post it when it's ready. Yeah, exciting. This is awesome.